Alright, hello everyone and welcome to part 3 of this Minecraft server development series. Today we're going to be going over world importing, setting up world guard regions, as well as going through some world edit commands. And before we get to that though, we're going to work on some cooldowns, which is in the essentials plugin. So we're just going to open up the config.yml and scroll down all the way to about here. Here you can see command cooldowns. So what you want to do here is you want to type out any essentials command. So there's an example right below for feed, which is actually the first one I am going to do, and we're going to set that to a time of 300 seconds, which is equivalent to 5 minutes. So that's good. And we're also going to set up let's do heal without a cap, and set that to 900 seconds, which is 15 minutes, and then we'll do repair as well, which is going to be set to 3600 seconds, which is the same as an hour. Alright, so after that we're just going to control S save and X out of that. Now let's get into the world importing and other stuff like that. Alright, so I've just hopped onto Planet Minecraft quickly and found a nice little spawn that I'm going to be using. So you just want to click on that download button there, and then when that's ready you're just going to quickly show in your folder. And let's quickly pop that back open, and we'll just drag that out onto our main files. So we'll extract it, hit OK to that, and then when that's done you can delete this, because we now have the folder with all the files in it. So let's open that up. That's actually within another file, so we're gonna, or another folder I mean. We're gonna quickly cut that and then paste it over here. And we're just gonna replace the file. Okay, so now it's the top file. So now what we're going to do is we are going to delete this world's file and rename this spawn file to world. And once that's done, you're going to want to quickly run the server, have it load up the world, and then you're going to hop in and make sure that everything loaded properly. You're also going to want to make sure that the spawn you download, unless you build your own, of course you can do that, but if you do download a world, you want to make sure that it was probably built on the same version that you're playing on, because there's some compatibility issues. If you get like a 1.2.5 spawn and try to run it now, you're going to have a lot of issues, and some ID changes will result in missing blocks and things like that. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that the version the world was made on is the same as the world of your server. So I'm going to quickly log in. Okay, so this is what you see at first. Not sure if it's loading in or if I just can't see anything. Ooh. Alright, so it just killed me, but it respawned me here. So I'm guessing this is 000 because that'd be the default spawn. So we're going to quickly go into game mode 1 and take a little look around. It's pretty nice. Spawn in there, come out. Yeah, this is gonna work perfect for our videos. I may need to add a little bit of interior to the buildings for future videos, because we're probably gonna get into some NPC stuff and different things like that. But yeah, this looks pretty good, so we're gonna stick with it. So before we get into any of the world guard regions and stuff like that, we're going to quickly hop back over to the link to Essentials X that I shared with you in the first video, and I'll put in the description again in this video. And we're going to actually download the Essentials X spawn jar. So we're going to keep that and open that in a folder, and we will just drop this into the plugins folder. And now you're going to want to reload your server, and that should be loaded in. So now if you type /spawn, it'll teleport you to the main spawn. Depending on the world you download, this may vary, so you're likely gonna have to use /set spawn, which I'm gonna use in this case because I was spawned facing that way and we don't want that. So now it'll spawn me exactly in the way I'm facing. Alright, so now that your spawn's set up, the next thing you're gonna wanna take care of is your region. So in this case, this whole world we're gonna wanna protect in certain ways. So the command you're gonna wanna type is /region flag. And as you can see, this is how it's used. And if you want to type /region __ global __, that's basically the global world for any world that you're in. So this will work globally completely in any world that you use it in. But it is specific to the world that you're in. So if you use PvP allow, the flag is now set to true. So PvP will be enabled in this entire world, but if you go to a different world, it will not. So you will have to do the same command in that world if you want that to happen. But we're going to disable it for this world because it is a spawn world and we don't want people just sitting at spawn and killing each other constantly. And if you want to see a list of all of the different flags you can set, put in a letter like G or something that isn't an actual flag and just hit enter. A list of all of the different flags will pop up. So as you can see, pass through, build, construct, block break, all these different things, and you just have to go through them like the way I showed you with PvP, and you're going to want to make sure you go through all of them one at a time. I really recommend doing all of them. I know there's quite a few here, but it's just really gonna make sure that everything's set the way you want it to be. Some will by default already be the way you want them to be, but I just recommend doing this to ensure that everything's absolutely set up correctly. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up a bunch of these already for myself. I'm not gonna bore you with that, so I'll take care of that now. And when we come back, we'll probably be going over creating multiple worlds using the plugin Multiverse. So I will see you in a second. So as you guys can probably see, there are two flags that are a little bit different near the bottom: blocked commands and allowed commands. Now what you're probably going to want to do in certain regions is block some commands. So the way you can do that is just by typing it out as it shows it and then typing in a command. So in this case we're going to do /balance, and if you have multiple, you'll just be like I don't know, /townie, maybe you have townie, I don't know, but that's how you do it, and you'll need to have the comma and the multiple commands in order to do that through the game, but I'm pretty sure you can do that through the world's config as well. So you don't necessarily have to type out a long string of commands if you want to do this. So we're just going to quickly type that, and since I am an owner rank, I'll probably still be able to do this, and yes, I'm still able. So we're going to quickly move myself. So pex user maker 3030 group add peasant, and we will quickly remove myself from owner. And as you can see in chat, I'm a peasant, and balance does not work. So that's just how you do that, guys. If you have any questions about it, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to help you out with that. But otherwise, let's get on to Multiverse. Alright guys, so for the next part of the video, we're going to have to download Multiverse Core. So I'll leave the link for that in the description to this page, and we'll just hit download now, keep, and we'll show that in folder. If it'll load, please. Show in folder. And we will quickly toss that into the plugins folder, and we will reload the server. Alright, so the server's all loaded, and it doesn't look like there were any errors, so I'm assuming the versions are all fine. And we'll just type /mv to make sure, and sure enough, there are some of the commands. Alright guys, so the next thing you're going to want to do is type /mvc or mvcreate, and we're going to name this world Towns World because we are, after all, creating a townie server. So towns world, and the environment will be normal. You can change this to different environment types, but we're just going to leave it as the default. So the starting creation of the world, in a couple seconds it should pop up that it's finished. Alright guys, that took about 5 seconds and now it says complete. So we can do /mv TP, I believe, towns world, and it just teleported us to the spawning point of our town's world. We'll quickly game mode 1, have a little look around. Now we're gonna go grab a new server file for a spawn point, and we're probably gonna just take that spawn point and use world edit to paste it into this world, because we're gonna want a 1.10 world for sure, and I can't guarantee that the spawn I'm gonna get is a 1.10 world. So it's probably better just to ensure it and paste it into this world. Alright guys, so the second half of my video corrupted, but I'm coming back and showing you guys exactly what I did. I'm not going to be undoing what I've already done because it was a little bit of work, but I'll go through exactly what I did and how you can do it yourselves. So here is the spawn point I have chosen to use for the towny world, and I will leave a link for this in the description. So we're just going to quickly download this now and hit download in the top right corner, and we can show this in folder, and we will extract this, hit OK, and then as you can see in this folder we have spawn point fancy. So we're just going to rename this to spawn, and that's basically good to go. You can drop it into your worlds folder, and as you can see I already have it in there, so I'm not going to do it again. After you have put that in, you're going to want to quickly reload your server and then hop onto your server. Now this of course is not the world that I loaded in. This is it as a finished product, like I've already pasted it into this world, but I'm going to show you quickly how to import the world after you've uploaded it. So you're going to want to type /mv import and then the world name, so it was spawn that we had the folder set to, and then you're going to want to type normal, and that's just to tell you the server that it's a normal world and to generate any land beyond what's already generated as normal. So after you've imported the world, you're just going to want to TP to it using this command, and then you're going to want to type //wand, which will give you this axe, which is part of the world edit plugin. And then once you're in that world, you are going to want to left click like this. You're going to want to make sure that wherever you left click it encompasses the entire area. So we have one corner set down there, but since we need to encompass the height as well, you're going to want to build up like this or do something similar. Just make sure that it's far enough out, and then you're going to want to right click, and that's the second point set. So now you're going to want to go to somewhere memorable, so I suggest like right in front of this post here, and you're going to want to type //copy, and then after you do that you can come into your towny world, so just type /mvtp towns world like this, and then it'll bring you to the world, and you can find a nice spot and just type //paste, and this will pop up. Now the edges around the spawn will be pretty gritty, and like half trees will be left all over. You're gonna have to clean that up. I've already gone through and done that, but once you've finished that, we can get onto the world's regions. So in order to set up your region for this spawn, I suggest going 100 blocks out in each direction before allowing players to build. So in order to do that, you can just type F3 and then your coordinates will pop up. So I would stand on your main spawn block and then go 100 blocks this direction and 100 blocks that direction, and hit your axe against the ground out there, and then do the exact same in the opposite direction. And after you've done that, you can take off F3 and type //expand vert, and that will just basically expand from bedrock to the highest point in the sky. And then you can type /region define and then its name. So I chose to do T-spawn. After that is completed, it's not too hard to set up the region flags because they should probably be the exact same, if not very similar to the ones you used in the main world. So what I suggest you do is go into your plugins folder, over to World Guard, and then enter the worlds folder. So you're going to want to open up the regions.yml file for both the world and towns world folders. After you have those opened, you can see this is the main world folder, and we can just copy everything we have in here. Now the only thing I've added is this blocked command for /town claim, because we don't want anybody claiming town plots in the main world. So we're just going to copy everything just like you see like that, and then you're going to want to paste it here. Now as I pasted it and left and came back to the file, it auto-corrected to file it in this sort of structure. It works perfectly fine, so if it does this to you, don't freak out or anything. It's perfectly fine like that. And as you can see, I added the blocked commands for /town claim to this world as well. And if you want to do that from in-game, you can type /region flag tspawn blocked cmds, which stands for commands, and type in /town claim, and that will block the command from this region. Alright guys, so I believe that's it for this video. Again, the video corrupted halfway through, so if I did miss anything, I apologize, and just let me know in the comments. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I really appreciate your guys' feedback, and I will see you in the next video.